What I do as an entertainer is really, I believe, the most memorable form of entertainment that you could have.
And what's your answer when someone says, Larry, how did you do that?
Can you keep a secret?
I can.
So can I. Remove it.
I need an explanation for this.
Do you guys believe this?
One of Africa's leading mentalists, Larry Soffer.
Sort of a family member. Temba?
If the person asks me, so what do? I read minds, I predict what people think of, I bend metal, and inspire people to believe that anything is possible. We live in a world where everything feels certain, where we think that we know how things work. But magic reminds us that the universe is still filled with mystery. Ultimately, it's an art form. It's the art of making the impossible become possible. Can you hold on to this side over here? Can you wave your hands over here like this? Make sure all's good, nothing's there, right? Oh! No! Can you think of your first kiss?
Yeah.
Do these guys know who your first kiss? You were like 14 years old, is that right? This was when you were like 12 years old?
Around about, yeah.
Was she like blonde? For quite a few months you were together, yes? I actually typed that person's name in my Instagram biography. If you ever see Catherine again, tell her I say hi. If you ever see Erin again, tell her I say hi. If you ever see Jasper again, tell him I say hi. If you ever see Hakim again, tell him I say hi. If you ever see Robin again, tell her I say hi. The gentleman would pick Margot.
No way.
That was the wildest thing ever.
Whatever you believe in your mind, you can make happen in reality. No. My purpose is to inspire people to believe to see instead of seeing to believe. So I really hope through my art form, the art of mentalism, that I truly inspire people to believe in their ability to create their dreams. I grew up in Cape Town. I got into magic at the age of 4. I saw David Copperfield on TV and he became my idol. I thought he was amazing. And I would just find myself applauding, and I felt like I was right there with him in that theater. So when I was about 5 years old, my grandparents got me my first magic set. And I tried to come up with my own effects. And I didn't know that magic was a profession, or that it could be a profession, you know? But this is what I wanted to do in my life. And at the age of 13, I had the opportunity to go to the College of Magic, which is the only college of its kind in the world, and it's here in Cape Town. It was for 1 hour a week, and every week you'd learn something new, and the next week you'd come back and you'd demonstrate your presentation of the trick that you learned the week prior. Magic has fascinated people for thousands of years. One of the earliest magicians we know of, Dedi of ancient Egypt, amazed pharaohs by seemingly restoring life to decapitated birds. Magic spread through ancient Greece and Rome, where street performers used sleight of hand, much like this, to create the impossible. In the 19th century, French magician Jean-Eugène Robert-Houdin brought magic into theaters. By the 20th century, Harry Houdini stunned the world with his escape acts, blending magic and death-defying stunts. But remember, the real magic isn't in revealing the trick. And let me show you what I mean. I'll take the coin, it disappears, and reappears under my elbow. I'll show you how this is done. I pretend to actually take the coin, letting the coin drop into the cup of my fingers. But don't show your friends this part, right? That's the secret. And you make it seemingly vanish and reappear by your elbow. Now you know how it's done. But remember, I told you that that's not the real magic. The real magic isn't in revealing the trick. It's in keeping the mystery alive. And that's the true art of magic. So I started working from the age of 13 as a kids entertainer. And I also started doing restaurant magic, what we call table hopping. So I would move from table to table and entertain the families. And at the age of 15, I met Andy Nyman. He came to do a demonstration at the College of Magic of his mentalism routines.
Do you want to think of the word or the meaning of the word, the letter by letter, which is easier for you? It starts with a W, doesn't it? That's the first thing that I got. Is it warlock? Yeah. It is. Fabulous. Do you want me to have a little look at Andy and look up the definition of warlock?
And then I was like, wow, I want to do that. So I started learning some mentalism skills and incorporating it into my performances. And at the same time, I kept studying at the College of Magic. And in my course 5 year, I became Student of the Year. I got awarded with a big trophy. And the College of Magic told Siegfried and Roy about this. Siegfried and Roy are some of the greatest illusionists of all time. And they gave me the Somoti grant. And what Somoti stands for is Siegfried and Roy, Masters of the Impossible. And that's how I got my final year at the College of Magic. My career started to grow slowly but surely into the corporate scene. People would see me, hire me for their events or for their private parties. But my life was pretty messed up from my perspective. From when I was in high school already. I was more of a thinker, thought about the deeper meaning to life. And so I didn't really connect with people my age very well. I got into the party scene and I drank a lot and I partied hard. And sometimes I stayed up for days on end. I gave my body a lot of trauma, if you want to put it that way. By the age of 22, my body was in such bad shape. I felt like I was so old, I felt like I'd seen everything. And so when I came into Scientology, I found this thing called the Purification Rundown. And the Purification Rundown changed my life completely because it's a detox program. When I was done with it, I felt amazing. I felt new again, I felt youthful. It was a program that literally saved my life. And I actually got invited to perform at the world-famous Magic Castle in Hollywood the day that I finished the Purification Rundown. But I didn't know how I was going to afford to be able to get there.